Hey, what is this place?
This is where the magic happens. Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel. I am about to start on making this thing a roller. As you can see, it's kind of collected a lot of stuff. It has been pushed off to the side as other things have happened. We've been on trips and just a lot of other things going on. We were planning to tackle it first, then it happened. Instead, we're trying to get Donnie's car running. Took the motor apart to Link's beam. Went and picked up another beam for me. Trips, just all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna get started on it today. Because we would like to get it to be a roller and then get it out of here so we can open up the space. Let's get started on this thing. First off, I'm gonna get everything out of the way. Get it all cleaned off, cleared up, move the go-kart, move some of that crap. Probably pull it over a little bit this way, and then I will dig out the suspension from the shelves over there, bring it over here, and we'll get started on that. So we can at least get this thing started and maybe make some progress.
Show me how to lie, you're getting better all the time. And turning all against one is an art that's hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt. And as you step back in the line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, dance, man, you never had a chance. And I won't even...
Okay, got this thing pretty much cleaned off, or at least cleaned off enough that I can work on it. Everything kind of moved out from around it. Pulled the car out a little bit. Now we'll grab the suspension off of the shelf. Donnie has joined the vlog for today. How's it going? But I'm gonna hunt down all the suspension parts and start putting this thing together. Wanted to clear up shelf for space, having the suspension parts out of there. Two, it'll clear up shop space, having the car as a roller and out of here. So we will get started on that after I figure out where Lincoln moved it to. You, Lincoln. All right, so I found it. It was in the back of Donnie's car. Well, really, Donnie knew where it was. In the back of Donnie's car. All right, this is actually going quite well. We have hung the front coilovers and brakes. They don't have pads in them. We have the rest. We have to do the subframe and steering rack in this. And then in the rear, we have hung the rear coilovers and brakes and everything. I gotta sneeze. Woo! Okay, now we are mounting the diff in. You can see we have the diff set in. These are hung. Well, once we get that done, we could probably get the axles mounted to it. We got to mount it in the trans tunnel over there. Donnie is currently looking through the bag of hardware to find the nuts that bolt it. This car actually has had a lot of custom work done. They redid these for coilovers, added in a brace. It's gonna get this cage put in it. The doors, the door cards are custom, real race car style. Yeah, everything's been stripped down. It's gonna get wide bodied, so all of this is cut out. It's getting coilovers. This thing will be a pretty cool car when it's done. So definitely, as we do updates on this car, you're gonna want to follow along because it's gonna go from this shell to a race car. All right, so here you go. Here's an underneath view of what we have going on. Putting this diff in, you see we've got these mounted up, and then these are mounted at the top. We need to put the axles in. I'm currently bolting in the braces here and here. We're successfully playing a game of hide and seek and connect the dots. We are hunting through all of the parts to find the pieces as we go, like, oh, we need this piece. Oh, we need this piece. And then going through the bags of hardware to be like, okay, this hardware belongs there. This hardware belongs here. But it's working. I am bolting the pieces on as Donnie finds them, and Donnie is the one playing hide and seek with the parts.
So I think I know figure out how this works. This goes up like that. Something to do with this. I gotta find another one of those, and there's, I think, the other half the mounting piece.
Okay. So, well, these, yeah. So, but we'll show you here what we've got so far. We have this control arm mount figured out. Turn you here. This control arm bolted up here. The diff is bolted in. I'm about to mount up the other side control arm. There we go. Flip you around again. Back on this side, as Donnie finds the parts, I just keep putting it together, but it is coming together. A few more pieces and bolting them in and then tightening everything up, and we will have the rear where it could be set on 2 tires tonight. It's actually going quite quickly as we find the pieces. So the teamwork of Donnie and I is putting the Z back together. She will yet again be a fair lady.
Yes, sir.
I mean, she's had 2 guys up her skirt tonight, but she's still a fair lady. All right, we are one piece, or like one section of this away from the rear end being able to be tightened and tires put on to where it's a full-blown roller in the rear. We did find a couple of the pieces, the control arms for the front, so that's good. That'll allow us to get one step farther there. We believe we found the steering rack, but we haven't tried to mount it yet to see if it's the right one. We just haven't made it that far. We're still trying to get the back figured out since we're already this far with it. So we'll keep looking for parts and keep putting her together. So the front is actually coming together very nicely as well. We have the coils mounted, the brakes mounted. We found these control arms and got those mounted. We believe this is the steering rack for this car, so that's going to be one of the next steps. We just have one piece left to figure out in the rear, and then we could tighten it up and bolt on tires. As you can see, Donnie is hunting. He's a man in the wild, finding the pots. All right, we've done it. We figured it out. The back is all bolted together. The only thing it's missing is axle shafts, which I'm not positive that we have. We were gonna bolt the wheels and tires on, but we do not have the wheels and tires that are gonna go on this that will clear those brakes. So the back is as far as it's gonna get tonight. The front, we've pieced together a decent amount, but that seems like about a wrap for the rear end until we have wheels that will actually fit it. So Donnie's amazing hunting skills. We wound up finding the subframe that's been modified for all this setup. That is the steering rack, lines up perfectly. So we're gonna throw this subframe rack in, get those bolted up, because that'll basically have everything to the point tires can go on it and it can be moved around off of the dollies. So we're gonna throw that together. We're gonna call it a night and go get dinner.
Strolling out of line and drifting closer in your sight. So play it out, I'm wide awake. It's a scene about me. There's something in your way, and now someone is gonna pay. And if you can't get what you want, well, it's all because of me. Now dance, dance, man, I never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. And now you lead the way, show the light of day. Nice work you did.
Donnie and I are gonna clean up. Now that we've got the front subframe in, the rack in, we do have to make an adjustment to the control arm to get the tie rods in, and then those will be finished. And then we'll figure out which wheels and tires are going on it, and that'll be that. But for the night, we are going to wrap up, clean up tools, bring the go-kart and all that crap back in. And then tomorrow night, I believe we're gonna try to get Donnie's car finished and get the clutch back in it. So it's gonna be a couple nights of getting some work done.
Hell yeah, that's the plan. So
Have Donnie driving, have this thing as a roller.
have so much more room in the garage.
No joke, dude, getting this out, your car out, making good progress. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace. We are back. It is the next day. We are going to set some preload in these coils, take the tires off of Link Z so we can have the wheel spacers, put tires on here. Meeks is trying to cut me.
This thing is heavy. It's got some heft to it.
Takes two hands.
I mean, to wield that?
This thing is kind of fun. All right, Link's not here. He doesn't know, but we're about to cannibalize his Z. So me and Donnie can finish putting this Z together.
Stick up for Link in
It'll be...
this situation, but I kind of want to see it.
I feel like you should shut up. Don't stick up for Link. He's not here. Don't defend the person that's not here. They can't defend themselves. You don't defend them. We just learned we've always used jack stands wrong. You're supposed to bend this in so they can't fall out. Donnie just told us this. Doing.
How many times have you picked up a jack stand and dropped that mother on your foot?
A lot. Actually,
Well-
I've never done that.
Looks like you're an idiot.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna cannibalize this thing. Sorry, Link. Not sorry.
You're gonna go fuck it. With 1,000 lies and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes. See you running for that Now dance, dance. He never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. So dance, dance. I never had a chance. It was really only you. With 1,000 lies and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes. See you running. A fun clever alibis. Lord of the flies. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes. See you running. A fun bad life.
All right, Donnie is bolting the last wheel spacer and wheel and tire on to the blue Z. I got Link's Z on the dollies and pushed over, straightened up and pushed over to the side. Then we can pull the last drop this off the jack. And we will be mission complete on this project. Pretty crazy. We did this pretty quickly. It wasn't too bad. We actually wound up adjusting the steering rack and fixing the control arms that we had flopped the wrong way before we got to all this tire part. So yeah, everything is in this car that needs to be set preload to the coils. That way they could set down on their own. This car is now a roller. I don't know if we'll get it out of here I don't know if we'll get it out of here this weekend or not, but it's ready to go for when we're now it's on to that.
Show me how to lie, you're getting better all the time. And turning all against one is an art that's hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt. And as you step back in the line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, dance, man, you never had a chance. And no one even knew it was really only you. And now you steal away. Take him out today. Nice work you did. You're gonna go fuck it. With 1,000 lies in a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes. See you running for the light. Slowly out of line and drifting closer in your sight. So play it out, I'm wide awake. It's a scene about me. There's something in your way, and now someone is gonna pay. And if you can't get what you want, well, it's all because of me. Now dance, fucker, dance, man. I never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. And now you lead the way. Show the light of day. Nice work you did. You're gonna go fuck it. With 1,000 lies in a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes. See you running for that
All right, it was fun. Not really. But we got the trans in. Donnie is tightening everything up and then get the mount back on and everything. It was definitely a bit of a struggle. I wound up picking this thing up onto my shoulder and shoving it in there while Donnie wiggled the engine back and forth. And then Migs is cramming bolts in this thing because I'm like, put a bolt in it. But we did it. It was a hell of a struggle, but hey.
Oh yeah.
We now have the Z is a roller and Donnie's transmission is 70% back in. It's been a good week.
Yes, sir, it has. Got a lot of stuff accomplished and a lot of stuff that should have been done a long time ago.
Well, that'll be it for this one. See you guys in the next one.